Hello guys, in today's video we are going to be discussing the best and the worst towers in each ring and zone. So let's get into it. Firstly, ring 1. What have we got here? Now this is a good ring, okay? I'm putting it out there, classic, this is good. I like this ring. Some of them are really good, like for example Toast. I like Toast, okay, not because it's easy, okay, maybe a little bit, because there was something about it, it just seemed so interesting. Same with Tower of Impossible Expectations, this was good, I liked it. Now, it came down to one though, and that one is Tower of Heck. Good job. Tower of Heck, super fun, it's the OG. What's not to love about it? So what if you fell on floor 7 outside or something? That's just a skill issue, not a tower issue. Alright, but what about the worst one? Well, next door neighbour over here, Tower of Killjoys. Let's give it up for the worst one. They're so ashamed of it that they don't even put it up here. They would rather put Thanos Tower up there. The most odd one out, the one that doesn't even have Tower of, it's just Thanos Tower. It's so goofy. There is nothing in the game beside the neats or whatever else that is like Thanos Tower or stuff. They're proud to put that on over Tower of Killjoys. That's just how bad it is. Look, okay, Tower of Killjoys, no one likes you. I would rather play Thanos Tower than that again. And it took me forever to beat it. Okay, I'm just putting it up there. Alright, ring 2, let's see. So, what have we got for ring 2? We have got, in our best, Tower difficulty chart. This is a good tower. The reason why is because I am able to get to floor 7 on a insane. Yeah, you can flex the fact that you're able to get to floor 7 on a soul crushing, and they have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, you only need a remorseless skill to do it, but yeah. So, the best part is I can all jump it. I know no one really cares, but I like that fact. So, there's a worst one though, and the worst one is, I'll keep going down this list until we eventually get it. Yeah, you thought I was stopping on tower traps, didn't you? And my mouse has stopped, but no. And this one also sucks. You know, it's just a hit or miss, but the hits are made beside tower difficulty chart. And the misses, oh, the misses. Tower of Overcoming Hatred. Where do I start? Look, okay, I never overcame this, okay? I could overcome the tower, but I didn't overcome the hatred. Do you want to know why? Because I kept failing on the outside, and it cost me to lose my life. The end was terrible. It was just slowly getting worse and worse. No one likes the first 2 floors. These are absolutely garbage. And everything about it sucks, okay? Name one thing, I will diss it. Alright. We're moving on. Ring 3. We don't really gotta say it. It's a hit or miss. The misses are, there's something. Terror or confusion, you need to explain yourself. You go from a terrifying tower on the first few floors to a hard tower on the B or C. It's just something. See, they even put you on display. No one likes you, okay? Get away from this place. And then the hits are, hey, I mean, I can't diss Citadel of Heights and Depths, okay? It was cool. I definitely didn't like the first floor, and I never found out how to get past it. You know, I'm not gonna watch a tutorial. And it's not even Tower Despair, because once I saw Tower Confusion, I was like, I will spare you. But in all seriousness, the best one, now that we've discussed the worst, is probably the only one that was able to make me decently happy, beside Tower of Funny Thoughts, that was just like, I got through it. The only part that made me happy was the fact I got a tower point. But it was tower of wall hugging. I mean, I didn't really want to hug this tower when I beat it, but it was something. Notice that tower lots of damage. They were on drugs making that, okay? Kids, this is why you don't do drugs. If you get into Ring 3, don't play it, you'll see what they mean. Alright, Ring 4. So this one, best one, is our new addition, actually. Tower of Oblivion. I mean, like, come on. Let's give it up. It's long, yes. It's got a secret ending. That obviously has to have a meme in it, but still. And it's just got so many mechanics. The leftovers of Core I mean, the Core mechanics are cool, to be honest, but it's just something you want to play. It's got a boss battle at the end that's kind of generic, but Ring 4, again, hit or miss. Hits are mid beside Tower of Oblivion. It's a good tower. And the misses bring us on to Tower of Inception. Let's give it up for Tower of Inception. Here is your certificate for being the worst tower in the entire game. Seriously, they did a chart, right? Tower of Inception came last place for the most hated tower. No one likes you. Get away from me. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. From GBJs to, can't glide, to a thin tightrope that's actually like a platform you have to jump on and off of, that you can't even jump on because if you move 1 degree, you're gonna fall off. We'll just skip that. Alright, Ring 5, what have we got here? So, the best one, Tower of Tokyo Heights. You may notice that's the only one beside Tower of, whatever that is, I honestly forgot. So, Tower of Tokyo Heights, it was the only good one that I could find, to be honest. I can't remember half the stuff, so I'm just gonna call it Tower of Tokyo Heights. Yeah, I honestly forgot what I'm saying. But point is, it's good. I mean, I did get kind of scared at the end where Nikocado Avocado jump scared me, but Alright, that brings me on to the worst one. If you've ever played a tower, then you know how annoying it is when you constantly have to fill your chat bar with Slashy Dance 2, and then you constantly have to, you basically have to purchase a healing item, probably Trail Mix because you didn't take part in any events, just to beat it. You probably know what I'm talking about, and before I mention it, because we both know, yeah, it's Tower of Glitching Healing. I know you can press the button to Slashy Dance 2, but it's so goofy. It feels like half the time it doesn't work, so you have to do it. So, yeah. And it used to be in Insane, actually. It used to be Intense, but then it got moved to Insane, and then it got brought back down, and since they needed a soul crushing, they just had to come out with something. Yeah. I basically explained it while doing the introduction to it. So we'll move on. Ring 6, basically everything from the span of Ring 3 over to Ring 6. So there's 4 rings. It's just terrible. Alright, so Ring 6, we got, the best one is Tower of Environmental Pain. I know it was made, Save the Environment back in 2019 or whatever. It probably wasn't made in 2019, but that's the day I'll refer to it as. I'm just gonna say it. This was a good tower. It took me about 5 hours to beat it, like in a single run, because I had to go somewhere, so the server was probably confused, but look, it's good, okay? I totally didn't watch Adamir's tutorial on it, trying to get through that maze, but oh well. Let's go on to the worst one. Tower for Depressing Future. If you have a bootleg coil, the worst coil in the entire game, you can skip 2 floors by walking into a platform. Yes, you heard it from me. And even if you don't have that bootleg coil, You can still skip an entire floor. Just walk into the platform, it'll bounce you up, then go into the bouncer, and then just go where you need. It's so simple and ridiculous how the developer of the tower didn't mean for it to happen. And the rest of the floors are just pain. Yeah, this is it, right? So you have to do like 8 puzzles or something, all which are annoying. Then you move on to this floor, which is annoying, but you can just skip it. You can practically jump to the end of it, climb up the ladder, and boom, you're in another terrible floor. I don't even want to explain it anymore. You will understand if you play it. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, Ring 7. Anything past Ring 6 is something I practically have never played. Because I can't be bothered with the rings anymore. I can't be bothered with JToH, to be honest. It got kind of boring, but... Alright. So, Ring 7. For our best tower, we've got... Tower Never-Ending Dizziness. No, not this one, where it's doing something questionable. Tower Never-Ending Dizziness. It seems like they haven't displayed this, even though they displayed Tower of Inception, they haven't displayed Tower Never-Ending Dizziness. Oh well. Look, it's a good tower, okay? I know I say okay a lot, but it's okay. So, it's a tower that spins, and it's that remorseless. It's kind of toned, to be honest. Not much to say about it, but it's good. Alright. Worst one. Tower of Elongated Runs. And I can hear you laughing at me. Oh my god, he's literally not doing that as the best thing just because he's not good at hobbies. Okay, number 1, yes, cope. Actually no, don't cope. I'm gonna tell you to Citadel of Pyramid Escapes. This is what I'm telling you to do right now. Secondly, I mean, just ask someone else. I don't really play it, but there's insta-kills and outside sections that you fall on and probably some traps or whatever. Just, look, ask someone else. I haven't really played this far. Alright, Ring 8. I literally haven't beaten anything here. Just take my word. With a grain of salt. Actually, no. For Ring 9, you definitely want to take everything with the entire salt shaker. With this, maybe take like a packet of salt. Have you ever had a packet of salt before? Yeah. It's kind of like that. Sprinkle that packet of salt all over my opinion on Ring 8. So, best one, Tower of Suffering Outside. I'm trying to make a tower like it. You're probably laughing at me, but yeah. It's here, yeah. I mean, come on, it's cool, okay. So you like go up it and then you jump into the frame, probably with a leap of faith that they like to do. Then you just climb up a ladder 10 floors. Might get kind of boring, but yeah. And then you disconnect at the top because the game feels like that. That's never happened to me because I suck, but yeah. The worst one is Tower of Super Simple Scaling. This totally isn't a trauma about beating it, but then all of a sudden I fail because I used a bootleg coil on a medium tower and it kicked me out because I was just like skilled at skipping. Totally didn't happen, but in all seriousness, it's boring. The gimmicks it has is terrible and you don't know where to go half the time. That happened to me over half the time. Alright, Ring 9. Take this with the entire salt shaker. Because I don't know what I'm saying here. Yeah, I'm just using the opinion of my good pal, CinimonAndCrunchToastZeroSecond. So, in best is Tower going outside, getting outside. I don't know what it is because I've never been in it. So, yeah, basically it's just this intense tower. It's the easiest one because everything else is just like, oh, peak remorseless, peak remorseless, peak remorseless, maybe peak remorseless, I don't know. And then you just have these, which are probably at peak remorseless. Then you go Bloodthirsty Kenos, which is the worst one. Because, honestly, I don't know. Ask Sin, he's the one saying it's bad. And then we got the almost want to call it the Inception difficulty, just because Tower of Inception's there, and I can't stop thinking about it because of how bad it is. Okay, I need to hold back. And then you got the catastrophic. But I'm going for this over here because it's the easiest one, doesn't try and go too, yeah. Alright, so that's my opinion on Ring 9. I know I literally didn't describe a single thing. Ask CinimonAndCrunchToastZeroSecond. He watches all my JToH videos, so put a comment hi, because I know you watch until this point. Do not hide from me, CinimonAndCrunchToastZeroSecond. Sorry, viewers who aren't CinimonAndCrunchToastZeroSecond. We'll move on. Oh, we got an obelisk. This isn't even out. Okay, we're not moving on to World 2. We still got Forgotten Ridge, Garden of Esau, and Lost River. Alright, Forgotten Ridge. Basically, it's Steeple of Pursuit, Steeple of Peril, Steeple of something. Basically, it's the one with the rising lava. Just because it's a cool gimmick, it's basically a nerfed version of Citadel of Peril. But it's also not very long, so you don't have to deal with anything. And the lava doesn't insta-kill you. But if you touch it, then you're probably gonna die. I'll just say it there. Alright. It's cool because of the rising lava, now that we've discussed that. The worst is Steeple of Huge Pain. Now, in my personal opinion, Steeple of Huge Pain was a huge pain. Let me try and find the frame on it. Yeah, they were too ashamed to display it. But basically, you go up 3 floors, third of which is really annoying, first of which you can just skip with a coil. Like, you don't have to do any jumps with the coil. Second of which is just absolute filler. The reason the third is so annoying is because it has spheres, a roof that you can't even jump with, let alone use a coil, and spinners that disappear when you press spacebar. If you somehow do that, you have to do a leap of faith to an outside ladder that takes you to the 5th floor, and then all of a sudden it's descending. Like, come on. No one likes the descending part on the tower, okay? It's so boring. And, blimey me, all of a sudden, the net, because you can't just jump down and descending, all of a sudden, it's a kill brick. Every single thing that has a safety net above the difficulty of medium has a safety net. That is kill bricks. Basically, once you descend, then you ascend to like around here or something. We'll use Steeple of Pursuit as a reference, or Steeple of Peril. You go up to here, and then you get the wind pad. So, we'll move on to the next one, which is Garden of Esau. So this one was kind of hard because they're so forgettable. It's always just like flowers. Oh, you done with that? Flowers. Oh, learn this flora vocabulary. You done with that? Oh, what about fauna? There's not even any fauna here, but we're still going to learn about fauna. So annoying. The palace isn't out? Question mark. It will be an exclamation mark soon. Basically, the best one is Steeple of Devil's Snare, because I honestly don't know why. I just put something here because at this point I was having a mental breakdown. Probably because I couldn't think of anything. But we'll put Steeple of Devil's Snare. And then Steeple of Flourishing Wastelands is the worst one. All just because I kept falling into the water. I know it's not the creator's fault, but I'm gonna pretend like it is because I'm annoyed. Alright. Finally, Lost River. And for all of you being like, oh, what about Burke, New Mexico? No one cares about the single tower in it. Okay? I know I put a tier list that I made a video on my second channel in the server. You don't need to say, oh, but it actually has gameplay. And no one cares about the ring select gameplay either. There's not any gameplay beside pressing arrows. Now that I got my tangent out of the way. This also has a palace in it. So, what have we got here? Best one, Citadel of Inside Solutions, I think it is. I don't know, to be honest. But it's a good one because it's one of the easier Citadels. The worst one, Tower of Unsettling Heights, I believe that's how it is. Totally not using someone else's opinion here because I can't do anything above the difficulty of challenging without a coil. I'm not the skilled person. I know. All this is from a coil. I'm not ashamed. So take the other person's word here. They took the first 6 floors, realised that was fun, tilted it on its side for the gimmick of it being like, oh, you're on glass, even though it's probably not glass. And just made it boring. I don't know how it is, to be honest. And that's not really unsettling height. Just too focused on an annoying jump that it probably has. Tower of Unsettling Heights, more like Tower of Upsetting Herobrine people or whatever. I don't know. We're finally moving on to World 2. If I sound angry in my voice, it's because I'm bored. Alright, so let's get on to this. Zone 1, the best one, this was hard to figure out, but it's like Tower of Contractual Obligations, I think. I forgot which one has that really annoying spinner at floor 5. If it was Tower of Contractual Obligations, make it Tower of Yearning Success or something. If vice versa, then keep it as Contractual Obligations. Look, the only reason I'm putting it here is because I have nothing else to put here. Because everything else is super mid, okay? Yeah, I'm including you, Mirror Tech. I honestly might have switched you out for Contractual Obligations. But honestly, my brain was frazzled from how dumb some of this stuff is. So I missed you out. We'll say it's a tie. How about that? Alright. Worst one. Oh well. I'll stop when we get there. Boom. Brum, 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 brum. Brum, 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 brum. Brum, 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 brum. Alright, Tower of Zespos. Tower of Zespos, if you didn't know, it's an anagram for puzzles. And although, yeah, I can probably know someone from my comments who goes to my school. You know who you're talking about. Me and him are good friends, and I know he has an Oculus. Yeah, someone's gonna say, oh, but you're smart and it's about puzzles. No, you don't understand this. It's a combination of trying to find a button in somewhere that you would never expect. It's kind of like a game where you have to press somewhere and just hope that it is. And if not, you have to press everywhere. It's basically that. You just have to look everywhere. You walk into every platform to find something. And then once you find it, you have to find something else in 20 seconds. The first floor. I gave up by then. So, Zone 2. What have we got here? We've got Citadel of Green stuff. Fun fact about this, I made a video on it. It lasted about an hour. Me and Sin were gonna do a joint win. But after an hour, I was literally at the win pad waiting for Sin. My video stopped recording and I didn't know about it, so I looked back at the footage. It just stopped mid-thing because no one knew about it. And then it was all gone. So I was kind of sad. But, I mean, the Citadel itself is good. I got confused on some parts, but look, I like it. I'm not going to hate on it because of something my OBS did. Speaking of OBS, it's not the best, but that's not part of the video. Worst Tower Troublesome Adventures. You may have noticed this little gap here. Don't worry about this gap, it's just because I couldn't be bothered with these challengings. They didn't look very interesting. The worst one's Tower Troublesome Adventures, because you try and get on an X-Pusher, and then you try and get on a balloon, and after all of that, you just end up falling somehow. Like, if anyone hasn't beat it, it's probably because you fell. But you probably don't know where you fell. You just fell and you have to deal with it. and you probably never attempt it again. Alright, so Zone 3. Unpopular opinion, this place sucks. Best one is Tower 6 Feet Under. It's the easiest one, didn't make me want to commit Sudoku, and it was just decent. The rest of you aren't decent. Dear CinimonAndCrunchToastZeroSecond, I know you liked Tower of Cogs and Steam, but the worst one is Tower of Cogs and Steam. You wanna know why? Because the gimmicks are annoying, okay, Sin? I'm not joking around here. It sucks. So, I really don't want to talk about Zone 3, it's just something I don't like. But there are my opinions. Yeah. So, Zone 4. This is decent, to be honest. The best one, say it with me, popular opinion, Tower of Up is Down. I know there's Tower of Elevator Travelling, but look, there's only one best, and I chose that because it has a cool gimmick. It's basically a gimmick that actually works. There's some gimmicks that don't really work in these. Basically, Tower of Tornado Behemoths. I remember looking at it and be like, oh yeah, there's something there. This looks like something that looks interesting. Unlock it, play it. Oh wait, it's boring and it has no relation to a tornado whatsoever beside the frame being can collide force, which honestly no one cares about. It's not affecting the gameplay. No, Tower of Oblivion did a tornado better than Tower of Tornado. Sorry, I had to swallow. Tower of Oblivion did a tornado better than Tower of Tornado Behemoths did a tornado. It just doesn't work. There was no relation to a tornado. On floor 1, I couldn't get to floor 2, so I'm sorry. But it doesn't look like there's anything there. Alright. Sorry, Tower of Tornado Behemoths, your gimmick doesn't work. The thing is, I've been on a tangent about something that wasn't even the worst one. The worst one, Tower of Aquatic Contemplation. I have no idea if that's the name of it or not, but we're gonna go with it. It sucks because I fell on it, you have to deal with that. So, yeah. Look, you play it, you might find out why. If you have a skill level like me, you're able to do a Remorsus with a coil. But you can't even, you can't not coil a charging. Then you'll get where I'm coming from when you do Tower of Aquatic Contemplation. Alright, Zone 5, no diff, Citadel Corporate Enterprise, absolute goat over here. Best tower in the entire game. Don't even question why, because I will give you too many reasons to count. First reason is that it's Citadel Corporate Enterprise. Second reason is that it's Citadel Corporate Enterprise. Third reason is because it has cool gimmicks. Yeah, the only part that put me off was killing Samo. But honestly, that's a price I'm willing to pay. Worst one, I just had to pick something that I didn't like while trying to play it. And that was Terrazini Architecture. I'm sorry. Someone said you're insane for some reason, which you're not. But the reason I hate it, well, I don't necessarily hate it. I just kind of fell on it for some reason. And I don't like it. Alright, Zone 6. Last one I've actually unlocked. The best one I've got is Terra Micromanagement. I've never played it, even though I've unlocked it. I just think it's cool, because it sounds like something that would be kind of like Tower Thinning Layers. That would have something with the size. Also, Tower Thinning Layers is Tower Thickening Layers. The layers of the frame are thickening. I mean, the amount of space you have is thinning, but the layers are thickening, and it's thickening layers. So yeah, sorry I keep going on the tangent. Tower Micromanagement just seems like it's cool. Yeah, it's over here. And then, worst one is Tower Funny Depths. I know I got both of that acronym wrong, but you know what I mean. This one sucks, just because I felt like putting it there. I honestly don't remember a single thing about it. I just think it's bad, so we're going with it. Alright, now onto the stuff I haven't got. Best one, Citadel of a Cruel Tale. I just watch Adamir. I don't even care about playing them sometimes. I just like to watch the intros. But yeah, it seems cool. Good gameplay. Worst one is, I honestly, the good thing, and it seems to be getting better. Sorry, I was just counting the amount of flaws in the S, which is too many. The thing that seems to be good about stuff like this is that they're starting to not have any bad towers, to be honest. The worst ones are just kind of mid. So yeah, I don't have a worst one. Now, oh my god. Okay. Now, Zone 8. This is easy. It is the second best tower. Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't played it. But once I unlock Zone 8, I'm playing it. It is Tower of Pyramid Escapes. Yeah, it's a sequel to Citadel Corporate Enterprise, so you know why. Also, I would put Tower of Astro Eclipse there if Citadel Pyramid Escapes didn't exist, and if people stopped beating it so many times. In the first day of Zone 8 releasing, all it was just somewhat, like, I Bang German 43 has beaten Tower of Astro Eclipse in 1,320 minutes or something. But that's it. And then the worst one, again, I don't have a worst one. That says something, okay? So, what have we learned from that? The areas are getting better, basically. I'm not hating anything. Oh, but you forgot Paradise Atoll, Arcane Area, and Pit of Misery, if you actually care about that, which I do, to be honest. So we'll go over these. Oh, wow, area. We totally didn't see that. But we get a new angle. This place, no one likes Paradise Atoll. The best one, I just put, Steeple of Sandy Island Shores. It's like Sunny Island Shenanigans, I believe it's called, but I put Sandy Island Shores because, again, I was having a mental breakdown. I could not think of anything. The worst one? Tower of Hallucinatory Spectacles. I've been trying to do it, but I can't do it. So, yeah. Next one. Arcane Area. You probably don't see it. It's because it's over here. Look. This is one of the areas ever. The best one I put is Astonishing Sorcery. Steeple of Astonishing Sorcery. Which I believe is this one, just because I remember beating it, and it was actually a memorable tower, unlike the rest of them. I know they're steeples, but yeah. It's just one of the memorable ones, and that's saying something. All of these have something to do with neon pink crystals in your tower. Look, just because it's in the arcane area doesn't mean it needs crystals. Thank you to Astonishing Sorcerer. I can't even tell if that's a hard or a medium. I'm just gonna hope it's a medium. But, thank you for not including crystals, and there might have been one or two, I don't know. I can't remember it all, but it was good. And we accidentally entered it. No, I do not want to be in this. Because no one likes the arcane area. Look, if you do, then there's something wrong with you. So, Pit of Misery. Now, this is obviously the best place imaginable. I mean, just look at the info. I mean, who doesn't want the breakfast fruit and maple, oatmeal, fruit and yogurt, parfait, egg muffin, return symbol? Come on. Yeah, I probably got someone's stomach going, I want McDonald's. But, what are our options here? What are our candidates? Because they clearly have something you've seen. Well, this one's called Tower of Modernistic Design Choices. This one is Tower of Meaningless Decisions. Cool. Yeah, they're all TOMC, MDC. This is the real TOMDC. This is meant to be just like a meme thing. So we'll actually enter this one, just so you gotta get the gist of it. So, this is it. The best one I have, Tower of Vacant Hindrances. Why have I picked Vacant Hindrances? Now, I've obviously never beat it. I've never even come close to beating an insane, let alone Vacant Hindrances, which is SC+. So, why? Because it gives you the feeling, hey, I'm better than JToH itself, while being the easiest thing. I mean, I'll show you. I can't even do the first jump here. I'm just, like, not skilled, if you know what I mean. I got that. You're not even meant to jump there. Okay. If I get this jump, then something. How do they do this? How do they jump that high? Alright, look. I'm getting off track. Point is, best tower, you feel like you accomplished something when it's like, I'll show you on the difficulty chart. Over here. This is where it is on the difficulty chart. Right there. And then this is where the hardest thing is. Right there. Borderline between Unreal and the Absence, which is new. Now, what's the worst thing in here? We have Citadel of Infinite Void. I believe that is their name. So... yeah, the reason why... also, it says coming close to beating them is nothing short of a miracle. But, Boom Sasok, I think his name is, got to floor 10 of Tower of Blindfoot, which is cool. If we go over to Citadel of Infinite Void, I think it's called. Yes, basically you can skip my tutorial on how to skip that obby by watching this. If we go over to it, just like kind of do this. See, even it thinks it's cheeky. Right. So, Citadel of Infinite Void, yeah. Basically, this is Citadel Void, 12 floors. Citadel Void has 22 floors, but Tower of Eternal Void is just the first 10 floors. This is the floors 11 to 22, I believe. Yeah, look at it, look at it. Look at this little smug face. It's at the top of what it was. Now it's going down. I mean, look at this. Look at this old cheeky bugger. And how come I can do that, but I can't do the first Tower of Vacant Hindrances jump? And look, you don't even die. It's just nice like that. Look at it. I was skilled. This is the worst one because it's just a rip-off. I mean, so was Tower of Eternal Void, but like, yeah. Alright, thank you for watching. Hopefully me and CinimonAndCrunchToastZeroSecond have enlightened you with our words, even though he's not even here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So, until then, goodbye.